Was breakfast supposed to be formal this morning?
That's what my invitation said.
Oh, I'll have to read those things more carefully. Well?
Well, what?
Do I get to know what the occasion is?
You know, if you cared more about what I'm interested in, you wouldn't have to ask that.
Something to do with Vicki Lang?
Today's the day she's going to be transferred to the rehab center, Mom.
And starts to work for Lee Carruthers. See, I do pay attention.
Yeah.
I suppose you'll be accompanying her every step of the way.
That's right. Anything wrong with that?
No.
Yeah, I believe that about like a
little respect here.
little honesty, please.
I am being honest. Just don't expect me to be wildly enthusiastic about your involvement with her.
No chance of that.
No, there isn't.
I'm sorry. You're up earlier than usual, aren't you?
Little.
What's the occasion?
I have some unfinished business to attend to before work.
Oh, yeah? Anyone I know?
Dave Phillips.
We're different people now, Dave. We don't think the same. We don't want the same things in life. The only thing that we have in common is our past. And I want to remember the best part of that past, the early years. Our love. I want to preserve that, and the only way we can do that is let it rest and go our separate ways. Yes?
Kate?
Dave?
You slept well last night, I hope.
No?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I didn't either. About last night, so much was said. There was so much confusion.
Yes, there was, but not about us, Dave. I meant what I said. There is no future for us.
I can't buy that.
Well, I'm sorry for you.
Kate, I love you.
Stop it, Dave!
Are you denying the feelings that you expressed to me as recently as a few days ago?
No. But I realize that those feelings aren't enough. You've changed, and so have I. We don't want the same out of life or out of situations. The gap between us is too great to bridge.
It isn't. We're two intelligent people.
We're two intelligent people who made a mistake. Because we tried to recapture our past. Oh, Dave. Can't you just accept that with a little dignity?
No! None of your definition of dignity is not allowing me a human reaction to all this. How would you feel if the situation was reversed?
If you remember, it was 4 years ago.
Dr. Phillips, huh? Does this have anything to do with the other night?
What do you mean?
Well, nothing really. You specifically asked me not to invite him over, and Ben did. Well, he ran out of here after a mysterious talk with you. What's it all about?
Foolishness.
Yours or his?
Look, I really don't want to talk about this right now, okay?
You finished eating?
Yep, I'm late. Gonna be home for dinner?
Hey, Mom, wait a second. Look. Okay, so I'm not the only one with a touchy subject area, okay?
Look, just don't make more out of this than there already
I'm not
is.
making anything out of it.
Peter!
Okay, look, I just want to make sure everything's cool between us, all right? I'm sorry I was rude.
I'm sorry.
Could you, look, since I'm the male head of this household, can't you accept how I feel for Vicky? What, I took it too far?
No. Hey, look, mothers are notoriously slow about these things. Let's talk about it later when I get home, okay?
Okay.
Look, I gotta be running. Peter, I hope things go smoothly today. And, please give Vicky my best.
Yeah, okay. Give Dr. Phillips my best.
Hello.
Good morning. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. I needed to make myself unavailable. I thought your apartment would be the easiest place for me to do that. Hope you don't mind.
Not at all. Make yourself unavailable to whom?
Dave.
If that's what you're up to, you can move in.
No gloating, please.
Me? I don't know the meaning of the word. What would I have to gloat about if I knew, though?
Dave and I won't be seeing each other anymore.
Is this a permanent arrangement?
Yes.
Your decision or his?
Mine?
I take it Dave isn't accepting this gracefully.
Oh, let's just drop it.
I'd really like to know what happened.
Do you have some coffee?
Brewing.
Oh,
It should only be a minute or so.
good. I'm afraid we wanted what we had before, and we're not the same people. And with what we've become, well, there are just too many differences between us, both emotionally and philosophically. I think Dave will see that soon.
You know I didn't agree with what you and Dave were trying to do since day one. But for what it's worth, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what you're feeling right now.
Thank you.
There is someone else who... Why don't you give Lee a call?
You know how hard it was for me to say goodbye to you last night.
For your information, that was this morning. 2:30 to be exact.
Okay. Do you know how hard it was for me to say goodbye to you at 2:30 this morning?
Lee, I don't think we should be getting into
I
this.
almost didn't, and the next time I won't.
Lee, don't.
What's the matter?
I just thought we were going to avoid all this.
All this what?
All the empty promises, the little lies. Lee, my eyes are open. I know what I've gotten myself into, and I'm not complaining.
That wasn't an empty promise.
I know the conditions of our arrangement, and I know we can only enjoy one another behind the scenes.
Oh, yes, how I do enjoy getting off stage.
The door isn't locked.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, Congressman, shouldn't you be getting ready for the debate tonight?
Oh, I thought you were alone.
He is. I have to make a phone call to the TV station and take care of some of the last-minute
No, well,
details.
don't let that producer off the phone until he tells you what color that set is going to be. I don't want Lee blending into the background with the wrong suit.
Right.
What did I say about you two?
Back off, Sebastian.
Well, I'll back off. I'll back right out of this campaign if you don't start listening to what I'm telling you. Now, if you want to hurt your own future, that's your business, but you're not going to hurt mine.
I am behaving, okay?
I certainly hope so.
Just relax and stop jumping to conclusions. Everything is under control.
Terry.
Hi. I know I should have called first, but...
No, please come in. I've never been so glad to see anybody in my life.
Are you all right?
No.
What happened?
Everything. Please sit down.
Dave,
It's still unopened. Just barely. I've had about 10 cups of coffee in just as many minutes.
Why?
Kate. She's decided that it's pointless to go on seeing me. We're through.
well, enough said about that. You certainly know how Lee feels about you.
Yes?
Have you had any breakfast?
What? Oh, no. I really don't want to. You go ahead.
Breakfast isn't exactly my best meal these days. Well, I really need to be getting ready for work. Excuse me.
Amber, I am worried about you.
What do you mean?
Well, the sooner you have the abortion, the easier it'll be on your system.
I realize that.
It's not a sign of weakness to be having second thoughts.
I'm not having second thoughts.
Then why the delay?
Work. Work is very tight lately. The Blainsworth layout has needed all of my attention.
Okay. Just remember, I'm on your side.
Thank you. I hope you weren't followed.
Hi.
Hello.
You think you can spare me a couple of minutes?
Well, I do have company.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Phillips.
Hello, Gil. Amber, I think I will go do some shopping.
Mother, there aren't any stores open yet.
Oh, well, I will just keep driving around till they are open.
Look, Mrs. Phillips, you don't have to leave on my account.
I think your reason for being here is more important than mine. Thanks for listening.
I hope you listened to what I said.
I did.
Call me later.
I will.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Coffee?
No, thank you.
Mind if I know why I'm sparing these few minutes?
Well, the last time we saw each other, we discussed the
You
possibility...
asked me to marry you.
Yeah. I was wondering if you had a chance to think about it.
And I have.
Have you got enough time to make a decision?
Yes.
But you didn't take a drink. That's what's important.
No, but I was about to. I think every demon in hell wanted me to. But thank God you arrived.
What about Kate?
I can't let her go, Terry. Our differences can be worked out. I know that.
I think your calling her on the phone wasn't the wisest thing to do. I mean, I think it would be good if you talked to her in person. As soon as possible.
Yeah. Before I do, I have something else to take care of.
And yes, I'll marry you. I'll have this baby of yours. No shouting for joy?
I guess it just wasn't the answer that I expected.
Well, you know me. Always keep them guessing what your next move will be. But I've considered our situation from every angle, and I think that marrying you and having this child is the best for all concerned. And I do mean all, darling.
Yeah.
Doesn't the bride get a kiss?
Sure. When?
One decision at a time. Let's just say soon.
Okay.
Until then, I want you to move back in here.
You think that's wise?
Worried about what people will say?
Okay, I'll bring a suitcase with me when I come back tonight.
Wonderful. I assume you remember how to use these.
Yeah.
Well, afraid I'm going to have to get moving. I have an important stop to make.
Yeah, I've
before
got things I've got to do too. See you about 6?
Fine. I'll bring home Chinese.
Great. See you then.
Oh, did WRD give you any trouble about us wanting our own makeup artist?
What could they say? I insisted and they agreed.
Yeah, well, that woman we had last year made him look as if he'd spent 6 weeks in an isolation tank. Oh, make sure he has 2 shirts there. In case he gets wilted, he can change during the commercial break.
Okay.
Mr. Knight?
Yes?
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm Pete Davidson. This is Vicki Lang.
I didn't expect you two for an hour yet.
Well, the paperwork at the County Rehabilitation Center wasn't quite as involved as we thought.
You an officer of the court, Mr. Davidson?
Oh, no. I'm just a friend of hers.
Oh, you're on your own recognizance, huh?
Yes, sir, from 8 until 6 every working day.
I see. Well, I have a little work here with Andrea and, my assistant, Andrea Summers.
Hi.
I'll introduce you to the rest of the staff and Mr. Carruthers when we get through here. Now, We need a few more copies of Lee's opening statement, and I need to time it again.
These are July's unemployment figures. Don't we have this month's at all?
Relax. I know for a fact Wainwright doesn't even have June's. This is Vicki Lang. Miss Lang, Mr. Carruthers.
Mr. Carruthers, I can't tell you what an honor this is and how much I appreciate everything you're doing for me.
We're glad to help, Vicki. But you know, you've got a very big job cut out for you, helping me prove that a little compassion for first offenders is good not only for the penal system, but for the taxpayers as well.
This is,
Oh, Pete Davidson. Yeah.
just a friend.
Yes, that's the young man who convinced Kate Phillips to recommend you. Congratulations, sir. You must be a good talker to get Kate on your side. I've been trying for months.
Thank you, sir. This is really the break we've been looking for.
You know something? You're not at all what I expected. I pictured a female version of Jimmy Cagney.
Well, the publicity I got sure made me out that way.
Well, I'll tell you something, Vicki. We're going to change all that. Maybe we'll change the penal system on the way, too. But first things first. Right now, Sebastian Holdall calls. And that means that there's more money out of the taxpayers' pockets, then.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to take Vicki away for a few minutes. There's an organizational meeting next door, and I think she should be a part of it. Besides, Amber, you have a guest that thinks she has good news for you.
Good morning, Lee. Vicki.
Amber?
Sebastian, I'd like you to hear this if you'll stay.
All right. Just go to room 411. Tell Andrea to introduce you to everybody.
411?
That's right.
Well, gentlemen, it looks like Kate and Dave are no longer an item. Which means that finally Kate and Lee Carruthers can be. It's time to make your move, Lee. We couldn't have planned this situation better ourselves.